Right, I'm going to try and show you the lockup pin for the ejector rod. Now the easiest way to do this is to open it up and just point to where it is. That's it there. Now you can push against it and there is a bit of spring play behind it. I'll see if I can push it with this just to show you. Oh, it's not going to have it. There it is. You can see it springing in and out. But that's about the most movement. It will go all the way back in, but there isn't that much movement in it. Now the other problem is at this end. I'm going to try and hold it and get it. Is that here, let me use the other end. Here, there's no detent for that pin to push in against so that it can seat properly. In fact, if anything, there's a little bit of a nipple sitting out from where the machining's been done on it. So that needs to be removed because that's acting as a decentralizing feature. That needs to be sanded off at the very least so that the ball detent will go into the center, because that nipple is now pushing it around. It's pushing it off center. I mean, the perfect thing to do would be to actually drill in a small detent into the center there so that the pin, let's go back to here, the pin will then fit inside the detent to give it a centralized position. But at the moment, with that slight nipple there, and that's exactly the same one that all the 29s that I've got and my 629s, they've all got that machined nipple that sits on the end of it, which stops it from actually being central. You know, it wants to push it out of center rather than keep it in center. So the minimum to do is to remove that, sand that sand that nipple off, at least flat, and the best you could do is put a slight indent in there, a detent for it. But the only trouble with that is that this pin might not be long enough to actually sit inside the detent if you go too far, and that will overcome the actual point in the lockup pin being there in the first place. But there is a solution to that, and I'll talk about that and show pictures of that as well.